Hello everyone and welcome to this series of Real Mom interviews by newmomlife.com. Today we'll be interacting with Parmeet ma'am. My first impression for her was that she is beautiful, lovely, sober and a serene personality. And I know you would also agree with me once you see her. She is not only beautiful but an academic achiever as well. She fulfilled all her dreams when her son turned 3 years old. She took up studies and completed her MTech and PhD in distributed and cloud computing. Not to forget that she is a topper in her MTech program. At present, Parmeet ma'am is working as a senior grade assistant professor at JP University. She has more than 60 plus publications to her credit and 4 research scholars under her guidance. A true example of determination and willingness. So let's get to interact with Parmeet ma'am. So hello ma'am, how are you?
I'm good, Gutika. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much ma'am. It's totally our pleasure to have you in this series of interviews and in this platform. Thank you so much for accepting the invitation.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, and I must appreciate that you have thought of this idea of connecting real moms together.
Wow, thank you so much and welcome to the series of Real Mom interviews by newmomlife.com.
Thank you so much. Thank you
so much, ma'am. Oh, all right. So before beginning with the session, ma'am, I should definitely tell you that I will be recording this interview and we'll be uploading it on the YouTube channel and the website that we manage. So are you fine with it, ma'am?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine with me.
Thank you so much for that. So shall we begin with the session, ma'am?
Right.
Great. And ma'am, first thing I should tell you that you are very beautiful, very serene, very sober, and that's my first impression for you.
Oh, the feeling is mutual.
Thank you.
Even I think you're so pretty.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you. It made my day. Okay. So, ma'am,
that is the way it should be.
Wow.
Women should appreciate each other.
Yeah, absolutely. That's actually the way of connecting with each other, and that actually makes one beautiful from inside as well, right?
Right.
Okay, ma'am. So first question from my side would be that, ma'am, as you told me that you took up studies after marriage, right? So can you share with us your journey, that how it all happened and how and when did you actually decide to do this?
So yes, Kritika, actually I have done my post-graduation in engineering, that is MTech,
Okay.
and PhD after my baby. So I have a son.
Wow.
So he was 3 when I started with my MTech.
Oh my God, you are an inspiration, ma'am.
So actually I had done my BE in computer engineering from Tech Chandigarh. So I had done my engineering prior to my marriage.
Okay.
But somehow I ventured into teaching, and then I decided that yes, I should go for post-graduation. So it was only after he turned 3 and he started going to play school that I decided that I can now find out time for
some time for
pursuing the studies.
Higher studies. All right.
That is how it. So only then once I did my MTech, then you will understand. Then I ventured into PhD.
Wow. Yes.
So that is how it all went. Yeah.
So that means you are an inspiration, because doing a PhD when your son is 3 is literally very difficult. So hats off to that, and it will give encouragement to many of the moms who will actually be seeing this session, that yes, if you are willing to do something, you can. Absolutely, for sure.
Yeah. So actually, 2 years of MTech and then around 5 years of PhD. So meantime, I think he reached the 8th standard while we were studying together.
Wow. That's a beautiful story, Radha. Yeah, mom and son studying together.
Yeah, we were studying together. At one point of time, he was not letting me study, but yes, after a point of time, we were studying together.
Okay. And you know what, ma'am? I also did my PhD after my marriage only. Not after my baby's birth. Yeah, after my marriage, I did my PhD. Matlab, everything higher studies I completed after that only.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. So, okay, ma'am. Okay, can you please tell us something about your research area you are in?
Yeah, so my PhD is in distributed computing. But currently, I've worked in mobile ad hoc networks and mobile computing during my PhD. And currently I'm working in cloud computing and big data analytics.
Wow.
So I have 4 research scholars who are doing their PhD with me.
Oh my God.
So they are working in these areas, cloud computing and big data.
Okay. So you must be having very nice publications also, hai na? In matlab different SCI journals and everything. Wow. And ma'am, can you please tell us, this is a somehow a very a beginner's question type, but this is a question that everybody has in his or her minds, that what exactly is cloud computing? Can you please just brief out in a layman terms if possible?
Yeah, so actually, if I need any kind of resource, so that means I need a computer with a special configuration, or I need some kind of hard disk, like a storage. So one option with me is that I buy, so I need let's say 1 terabyte of storage, so I buy a hard disk. The other way that is possible now is that you use the storage that is being provided to you by some third party, and maybe you are paying them for that.
Absolutely.
So like all of us are using our OneDrive or the drive with the Gmail, the G Drive. So all these are examples of cloud computing. So if I had to define cloud computing, so I would say we are using resources which might be some kind of computer resource which is being provided, or some application. So all of us are using social media, and all of us are using so this interview is also on Zoom, so that is even a cloud service provider. So any service that we are accessing over the internet and that we are paying. So initially everything is free. So if I'm using my Google Drive for 15 GBs of data, so that is free. So that is the premium that we get as users. But if you have to go beyond that, then you have to pay. So it is like that electricity model or the telephone model, that you pay for what you use. So cloud computing is you are using some service over the internet. So because it is not with you, so that is why you relate it to the cloud. That it is away from you. So there are plenty of research areas in that direction. So my students are working in that.
Okay, so that's a very nice, crisp and basic information that everybody actually should know in today's world, right?
Because all of us are using cloud computing.
Yes.
The only thing is, we need to understand, that this is
we don't know that we are actually using it, but yes, we are using it,
so
right?
If I'm having a number of mails in my email inbox, then what is the storage that they are using? So they are using some storage on some server, which is not on your computer.
Absolutely, ma'am. You know what? My students also always ask me this question whenever I teach them different terms in fundamentals, that ma'am, what is cloud computing? So I think your definition will help me out in making them understand better now. Thank you.
I think that is the best way to make them understand that actually we are using. So this is what is happening.
Yeah, ma'am, absolutely. All right, ma'am. So can you please tell us about some of your academic achievements?
Okay, so firstly I did my engineering from the Premier Institute, and then even in my MTech I was my college topper.
Wow!
So some of them are like, in this area, what kind of achievements you have? So you have publications in good journals.
You must be having very good publications, I must tell this. I can see that on your face. I can make it out.
So as you grow in your research, so obviously the number increases. So now what we want is that, the quality of research should also be good.
In your intro also, ma'am, I would definitely be saying this, that yes, he has so many publications. So do tell me about that. How many exactly you have in number?
So I have around, I think, must be around 60 to 70.
My God. That means I am talking to a very good researcher in her own field.
No, actually what happens, so you have lots of students in your research group. So that's how everybody is working towards some or the other research problem.
Ma'am, you know what? I only have 10-11 publications, good publications till now.
And I'm
still happy that yes, I have 10 publications.
Oh, the first paper is always difficult to get. Then first 5, then first 10.
Yeah, and it happened after.
Absolutely.
After a point of time, then you start thinking that okay, let's go for some quality journals and try to improve the quality
Yes.
of writing.
Yes. When did your first paper happen, ma'am? After how
I
many?
think I think it was after my MTech only. So with my
Oh.
MTech work only. So
My
today
God.
when I see, so I'm in teaching and engineering university here in Noida. So when I see that okay, our students in BTech are so aware of research and now they have papers in their undergraduate. So we didn't have those resources. So it is hard to believe that at that time there was no internet.
Absolutely, ma'am.
Right.
I can
So
understand that.
it happened
Yes,
late,
yes.
but then.
So you had all your, biggest achievements after your marriage, right? So what were exactly your struggles and challenges that you faced?
Gitika, I think everybody will relate to this that for a working mother, the biggest struggle is to keep a work-life balance. So yeah, that happened with me also. So now there are moments when you feel that you are not coping up well, or
Yes,
you are
ma'am.
not giving sufficient time to your family or to your child. So those were the struggles. But but then with some support and some delegation of work, things start working out. So if I'll say yes, the support of my family or maybe my husband or my in-laws or my parents was there.
Yes.
So everybody realized that I was doing multiple things at the same time. So yeah, but still the struggles were sending your child to a daycare. So that brings you pangs, whether it is all right for the child or not. So those were the struggles, the daily struggles. But over time, you realize that if you are going in the right direction with the right motive, so things do turn out well. So even the concern that I had was whether the child should go to a daycare or not. Even that turned out to be really good, that the child turned out to be more confident than maybe the peers.
Yes.
And developed good eating habits,
Yes.
or was independent.
Absolutely.
So and then very interestingly, your child is small, but you will realize that when they grow up and they appreciate that their mother is working, is doing something worthwhile, has a life of her own, and is doing something good, they appreciate it. So your movement of everything, all your struggles comes to you just tend to forget everything when your child appreciates that his mother is doing something worthwhile. So yes, so I can say that those struggles are now I am starting to forget when I see that the child has turned out well.
Yes.
Right? And is appreciating the fact that the mother has put in effort.
Yeah,
for
she has
everything.
reached to such heights like you. So
Right,
that's a
right.
beautiful message from you, ma'am.
Right. So only when we are young and when we are passing through that, it is very difficult to understand. And then everybody goes through this dilemma of working, not working.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
whatever we are, so it is not that you have to work or you don't have to work. It is what is making you happy. So if you are sitting at home and cribbing about it, so at the end the child is seeing you in an unhappy state, so that won't do him good. So it is better that you do what you are happy in, so that the child sees a happy mother, a satisfied mother.
Yeah.
So that will do the child better than seeing you always crib or frustrated that you are not doing something.
Yes.
So if you are a homemaker, that's good. If you want to work, even then make this decision.
Yes.
So
Yes, so
that
nicely
is
explained, ma'am, and that's a great message from you. And I think I should also implement this in my lifestyle, and that's a good take from you. Thank you so much
see
for
the
that.
guilt. So what it is not that I have not been guilty, not felt guilty. Maybe at times I have also felt guilty whether I have done something wrong in leaving the child or whether I should have. But if you can send this message across to the child, make him understand that you are there for him or her, whatever. But you also have some other work to do. So they will understand. They understand that their fathers have a work life. So why will they not understand that their mothers also have a separate work life? So only thing I think they should not feel that the mother is not there for them. So there are various ways in which you can express. So if you are there for their special moments, so they will realize, yes, that she will be there once you. But,
Yes,
but on a day-to-day basis, there is no need to stick around the child at all the time. So since maybe my phase has gone, so I can
You
maybe
can
tell
actually
you.
explain us better, ma'am, through your experience.
Yeah, so it is not that once I was going through it, so I didn't feel all these things. I also felt all these things, but yes, now when I look back, then I realized that it was all well.
Yeah. Okay. So, ma'am, you have very hectic work life also, as you told us,
Right.
and
Right.
you have family also to look after. So, how do you actually manage your family and your work? What's your balance? How do you balance it?
Geetika, the first thing that I understood very early is that there is no need to be a super mom or a super woman. Okay, so you have to understand that you cannot do everything perfectly. Each one of us, okay, I don't know why is it so, but each one of us wants to be perfect in everything. All the women. So we want to be the best mother, the best homemaker, the
Yes.
best at our
Yes.
work. So I think to make a balance, you have to understand that it is okay to ask for help, or maybe to take help from maybe your husband, or taking some help from some maybe house helps, or leaving the child in some daycare. So some kind of help, maybe some from the family or from outside the family. Delegate the work. So if you are able to do that, so your essential things you can keep to yourself. What nobody else can do for you, those you have to do. But I think maintaining a work-life balance, you have to understand that don't try to be a superhuman, because that is not possible and that won't help also. So you have to maybe delegate the work to people who can help. You'll always find some people who will help. So only then you can maintain a work-life balance. So if
Yes,
you are trying to do everything on your own,
Yeah, you're absolutely right in this. I also feel sometimes that yes, I want to be the best mom, I want to be the best wife, but this does never happens and it makes you stressed out only.
it only increases your stress. So ultimately, if you are not happy, then no one in your family will be happy. So you are the key to your family's
Yes.
maybe the positivity in your house. So that is what I followed. Actually, that it's okay if the house is not clean sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, if
I
you are
also do
ordering
this
out.
now. Yeah.
So
It's okay if the room is untidy. It's okay if the toys are lying here and there. It's okay. My daughter will
It's
play
okay.
with them later. She needs them. So I just make myself understand
So-
that.
So that is one thing that needs to be done.
Yes, ma'am. You're so right in all these things. Wow. Okay. So now, ma'am, my last question for you. Obviously, that everyone would be, very eager to know this now. That what's your mantra that you follow and that makes you get over all these challenges?
One is prioritize. Okay, so you need to prioritize what is to be done maybe in a day or over the long time. So prioritizing is very important, because as we just discussed, okay, so if you want everything at the same level, won't work out. And second is understand your self-value. So yeah, every woman needs to do that. Every girl needs to do that. If you value yourself, only then others will value you. So, so keep yourself also in that priority list, and
Yes,
keep yourself
yes.
high up in the priority list.
Yes. At the top. We must tell you should be at the top. After your kid, obviously. Number one should be your kid. Number two should be you.
Right. So if you're a mother, so kid always comes first. Whatever I say or you say, the kid will always come first. But then keep yourself fire.
Even if in some situations we want ourselves to, I mean, we want us to be prioritized, but obviously we will make our kid the number one priority for us, and then we will be there. Yes.
Geetika, that is how we are hardwired. We can't change it.
So nice talking to you, ma'am. I mean, I'm loving this.
Oh, yeah, it's great talking to you also.
Yeah,
So,
thank you
so I
so
hope-
much, ma'am.
yeah, I
you.
hope
Please
whatever
continue.
whatever we have said, I hope even if it makes difference in some girls or
It
some
will,
women's
absolutely,
life.
ma'am. Your words are definitely going to make difference in many of the lives, and the first person is me. I will
Oh,
try to
that's
implement
so,
your
so,
mantra.
so,
That
so.
yes, I will be implementing it. I will at least be trying to implement it.
That's so sweet of you.
Okay, ma'am. So thank you so much for accepting this invitation. You know, I cannot say gracing the occasions because we are meeting on a virtual world. So that's so nice to connect with you. Thank you so much. Thank you for speaking your heart out. And it was a wonderful session. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Geetika, for having me and
Thank you
for
so
this wonderful session from me also. Yeah.
Wow,
Thank you
thank you so much. That's an encouragement from me. That means.
I really appreciate your idea of starting this. So
Thank you.
you
so
always hear celebrities speaking, so it is
Mhm.
wonderful to have real moms connected.
Yes,
with each
yes.
other.
It
So
is
that's
required. We are no less than celebrities, ma'am.
fun.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Geetika.